creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we are doing another review. This is a review of a Clever Fox planner. Now you guys remember, can't talk. You guys may remember that I reviewed a planner from them last year. And it was a much smaller planner, and I was hoping they would come out with bigger ones. And since I've done that original review, they have expanded their line quite a bit to include some other things. So today I am taking a look at the Planner Pro, which is a very large size. It does not have the dimensions on it, so we will measure that. And then I'm also taking a look at this dotted notebook, which is supposed to be kind of like a notebook somebody would use for a bullet journal. So here's the planner. I'm not going to read all of the marketing stuff because you guys can read that on the website. There is a giveaway at the end of this video, so stay tuned for all the information on that, but let's just get into it. So it's a non-dated weekly planner. Last time I reviewed the daily. So we'll see. Let's measure this puppy. So this is just shy of 11 inches by 8 1/4-ish. So it's kind of like, you know, it's a little smaller than 8.5 by 11, which for some reason it feels bigger than that. Like I feel, but anyway. Moving on, so we have the little intro page. It says it's made from 100% recycled paper, which is cool. And they are designed in Europe but printed in China. So inside you have your kind of awareness and self-discovery section. This is a goal-oriented planner. So it asks you to kind of write out the vision for the life you want, talk about your values, your passions, your purpose or mission, things you need to avoid, things you're grateful for, your affirmations, and things you need to remind yourself of daily. I would imagine that these things would change, but I think it's just to get you in the mindset. And then you have a big place for a vision board, but you can put anything you wanted there. Then you have what do you want your life to be like, and it's broken down into different sections, which I do like, and it goes 1, 5, 10, and 20 years from now. I would have liked to see 1, 3, 5, and 10. I feel like that's much more realistic, but that's okay. It's a personal preference. Next, we have your 1-year goals. So you have enough for 5 top goals, I guess, and why you want it in this section. And then for all like the areas, then you have your 3-month goals, and you only have room for 3 goals, which I think is could be more. Like if I have personal and I run a couple businesses, so I would need like 3 a month, not 3 for like 1 for each month. But anyway, you have a mind map, so you could put more there. Then you have your monthly overview with a Sunday start. Not my favorite, as you guys know, but that's a personal preference. You have a place for goals, notes and things to do this month, habits, distractions, places to go and people to see, and one thing you've always wanted to do. That's interesting. Then you have a monthly overview talking about your wins, your lessons. I like this here where you can kind of, it's similar to the level 10 life, so you have your different areas and then you kind of evaluate your levels and see where you're at. I feel like this isn't a lot of room to reflect on all the sections, but that's just a personal thing. Tasks you didn't get done, how you feel about your progress, how you improve, and a 1 to 10 scale of how you feel about the past month. I'm going to share some thoughts that I have about these pages once we go through the rest of the planner. So you have all of your months and monthly reviews together. And after your first 3 months, oh, my stitching is a little wonky there. That's interesting. Which would explain why this doesn't lay as flat as it should, but I'm assuming that's just a defect in the one that I got. So you have more goals once you get through the 3 months, so we're just going to skip ahead. Into the weeklies, which right off the bat, super big pet peeve of mine. The week starts on a Monday, but the calendar starts on a Sunday. Makes no sense. Pick one or the other. Because I'm a very visual person. So if I'm going, okay, this day, my brain goes, that's the first of that week. So if I have something on Sunday at 11 a.m., this week when I write it in, I'm going to write it in on the wrong day. I'm going to write it in on Monday instead of last week's Sunday because this is the first of the week. Sorry. Rant over, but that's just a big pet peeve of mine. Immediately disqualifies it as something I could use, which is, you know, annoying. I mean, you could cover these up since it is undated if you really wanted to. I just don't understand. Anyway, moving on. You have a goal for the day in your top 3. I think it's weird that it's on this side and not this side, but it's okay. Main goal, priorities, work to-do list, personal to-do list, a little place for your habits, life balance, things you're excited for. I like this open notes section. Lessons learned, things to improve, wins this week. And you keep going, and then you have note pages in the back. You guys know I'm always a big fan of note pages because I do like a bullet journal type style, and there are quite a few. There's about 20 or 25. So that's pretty cool. I personally will not be using this planner. I don't think it would work for me. And I'm going to tell you why. This doesn't mean that it won't work for you, but I'm very particular and I know how I like to plan. And this is my feedback. So, I think that, like, there could be an extra line here. I feel like you need all the writing space you could get. If you're gonna really write this out, obviously you could reflect on the note pages in the back, but I feel like that's a little, excessive or whatever. So, like, you don't want to take up the note pages with just that. So that's a little minor thing. Again, I already mentioned this. I do like how open this is. I feel like they could have shrunk the titles down a little bit so that you could have had more room to actually write out things in the box, but there's that. I personally, again, this I feel like they could have squished over to give you more room to write out your goals, and I would have liked to see no lines, like just an empty box, because it feels restrictive. Like if you have super tiny handwriting, you're gonna have 2 lines per line, and if you're like me and you have giant handwriting, I probably could have squished more in if these lines weren't here. It just feels too laid out, if that makes sense. Like this, these are empty. The mind map is cool. I feel like the dots are a little dark, but if you have a hard time seeing, then I think they are a good light. Again, I wish that there weren't lines here. Of course, the Sunday start thing. I would have liked to have seen this up here with more space to reflect, and then they could have just put the scale over here and shrunk it down and left one of these at the bottom and put one of these over here. Like, I feel like you don't need as much space for this, but you need more space for this. I assume it's because they already had it laid out in a smaller planner. They just kind of blew it up to fit this size, but I feel like the space could have been utilized better. And moving on to the weekly, I would have liked to see the goal over here with the priorities. I still feel like somehow this is squished. Again, no lines. You don't need the lines. I don't need the lines here. I don't need the lines here. I don't need the lines here or here or here. It just feels too, it restricts your space. And I feel like the point of a large planner is to not restrict your space. Like, you have more space. You know what I mean? I do really like the dot pages in the back. And then we go in here and there's a thank you for your purchase. No hassle refund, no questions asked. That's nice. If there's an issue with your order, if you're not happy with your results within 60 days of your purchase, please contact us and we'll arrange 100% refund. So that's pretty cool. This is kind of a little insert that shows you how they think you should utilize their planner, like how they were intending it to be used. So that can be helpful. This I really like. The stickers from last time in the last planner that I saw, let me just get it. This is what they came with the last planner I reviewed, which we all know my thoughts on that. Not a fan. But these are the new stickers, and I really do like the new stickers that they did. I like the colors. I love that they're more like functional, like this says meditate, like this is blessed, like their icons have words to go with them. This is interesting because it's like the sheet's missing the backing, but maybe it's supposed to be like that. So you have things like shopping, stay hydrated, holidays, work your butt off, that's cute, brunch, breakfast, healthy habits, coffee break, gym, laundry. So there aren't a ton for each thing, but they're enough to get you started. And if you like stickers, obviously you could buy some more. And I did see on their website that they had other stickers you could purchase. Very impressed with the improved stickers. Very cool. So that is the large planner. Overall, I don't think it's a bad planner. It feels like the same nice thick paper. We're going to test the paper in the other notebook, but yeah, so I like that they offered a bigger size. I really like the sticker upgrades. I think the overall setup is like the sections that they have are good. I really like the level 10 life. It doesn't work for me because of the monthly thing starting on a different day of the week than the weekly thing, and then all of the lines that kind of restrict my space I'm not super into. But yeah, so that's that. If you were thinking about purchasing one of those, hopefully that helped you decide. Like I said, I'm not saying that their layout is bad, it's just not something that would work for me. So next is this notebook, and I did see on their website that all of these were on sale, so I'm going to acknowledge at the beginning that they may be in the middle of redoing this design. I have no idea, but this is the one that I purchased. This is the one they sent me that's available for purchase right now. So this is the one I'm going to give my thoughts on. So Clever Fox notebook, it says it's A5 compact size hardcover with the same paper, and this is the dot grid. This is the rose gold color, which is what I asked for. It has a pen loop, which seems to be pretty stretchy. I'm sorry about that noise. That really bothered me. And I can even get a grip pen through it, which is not something that I've seen a lot. That like a lot of pen loops are way too small to put larger things in there. Let's see if we can get a fountain pen in there. So I am, right off the bat, very impressed. Yeah, I can get a fountain pen in there. So super impressed with the pen loop. Definitely. I like this hardcover with this faux leather feeling. This leather is like, it's not a hardcover, it's a soft cover, and it's like got this weird texture to it. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like this cover. So moving to the inside, it's pretty self-explanatory because it's a dotted notebook, but we have the same kind of opening page. No opening page opens correctly, I swear. So you have the same type of if found, please return to, and then it is a paginated notebook, so all of the pages are numbered, which is nice, and you have 127 pages. Those weird stickers. So yeah, we're just gonna do some pen tests. One thing I do want to note too is this says it's A5, however, this is an A5 Lloydstrom 1917 soft cover, and as you can see, you are missing half an inch, a little more than half an inch on, well, not even, because you got to get it to where the paper ends. You're missing almost an inch, like, so 0.75 inches off the side, which is a lot of real estate in the end. So yeah, so this is a little over 5.5, and this is only 5 inches wide. So it's the same height, but you miss a lot of real estate when you're bullet journaling, which is one thing I'm not so keen on. So yeah, there's that. It is white pages though compared to the ivory cream, so if you didn't like the cream of the Lloydstrom, that would be nice. This is also a less expensive notebook than the Lloydstrom, so there's that. So we're just going to go into the back page here and kind of test out some pens and see how they work on this paper. Now, I'm pretty sure that the paper is the same in the planner and this notebook. So and that fountain pen lays down a ton of ink, so we should be able to tell. This is a Tombow marker. This is a mild liner. And of course, I always like to do a little watercolor, but let's take a look first. So no, even with the crazy wet fountain pen, there is, maybe it does look a little funny, but there's no bleed through and there's hardly any ghosting. So let's just get out the watercolor real quick and test it just for fun, because I do like using things like watercolor in my bullet journal. Oop, my little pans got wiggled around. Alright, so we'll let that dry for a minute and then we'll come back and I'll talk about my final thoughts. Okay, so I figured we would just look at the website for a second while that finishes drying. So the dotted notebooks right now are on sale for $10 as of the filming of this video, regularly $15. They do have budget notebooks now, which I thought was interesting. The Pro Weekly Planner is $35. And, yeah. So there's that. They have lots of new color options, which I think is great. I also noticed that they did sell, like right here, there's a sticker booklet. So if you liked the stickers that went along with your planner, which I think is a nice touch to the line. But yeah, I just thought I would show you that because I'm always personally interested in prices. So here's the watercolor. It's mostly dry now. The watercolor didn't have any bleed through, and I did scrub a little bit and there was no pilling. However, I did, just for fun, do a mermaid marker. This isn't fully dry yet, but it kind of bled through a little bit. But that gives out a ton of ink. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this dotted notebook. I think the paper is really nice. For $15, you really do get some nice quality paper. It lays flat. I really like the dot grid. The only thing I wish is that it was actual like A5 size. That's all. So yeah, that is my thoughts on these two planners by Clever Fox. Thank you to Clever Fox for sending these to me to talk about. And they are holding a giveaway for you guys. So let's just talk about the giveaway real quick. They are going to be sending out the giveaway winner once I pick them. So we'll just run through their criteria. So first, you have to be in the US, UK, or Europe to enter this giveaway because that is where they ship to. I will not be shipping the planner, otherwise I try to do international, but that is where they ship to, so that you have to be in one of those countries to enter this giveaway. You have to be subscribed to Clever Fox over on Instagram, and I will leave everything you need to know in the description box below. That's the second thing. 3, subscribe to my channel, please. That would be really nice. And you also need to leave a comment in the comment box below telling me one goal you have already achieved this year. We are in May now, so hopefully you have hit one of your goals or you've made progress on one of them. So let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about that. I'm pretty sure that when the giveaway winner is chosen, that you will be able to pick which one you want. I am confirming that right now, so I'll leave it linked in the description. Not linked, but I will leave it for you in the description box below. And yeah, the winner will be chosen 1 week from today. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already so you don't miss any of my future videos. Good luck to everyone on the giveaway. All the information is in the description box below, as well as the Clever Fox website if you'd like to check that out. They are also on Amazon, so I'll leave that linked too. Alright guys, take care and have a great week. Bye!